Hey guys, just wanted to check in again. Thanks for watching. Andrew Hurricane's the name of the channel. My name's Andrew. I've been an OTR truck driver for not very long now. I've had a CDL since 2020, but I haven't always used it. It's 2023 now at the time that I'm making this video. It's getting to be almost in June here. I started orientation here at Freymiller on Monday of this week, on May 22nd, 2023. And you may be watching this video because maybe you're thinking about coming to Freymiller as an OTR driver. I'll tell you, it's a reefer company. And what I'm going to do in this video is kind of give you a recap of the orientation. We got past day 3 today. Feeling kind of tired of being in classrooms. Everybody's ready to get out on the road. And about half the class already has a truck assigned to them. And I believe everybody's gotten a Peterbilt so far. Maybe 1 or 2 people got a Kenworth. But that's all that we run here as far as, equipment-wise here at Freymiller. So obviously, we do the orientation in Oklahoma City. You guys can tell if you watch my short on my channel or my other video, you could see that they flew me out from St. Louis to come into Oklahoma City. Change of planes in DFW, not a big deal. They offered to pick up a rental car. If you're going to come here, I kind of recommend flying because sometimes you just don't know what you're getting into. You get into a rental car. Some of these places, man, they just, I've always had, in general, pretty bad experiences picking up rental cars, dropping them off. It just takes forever, So I just decided I'm going to do the convenient thing and fly. And I didn't think Freymiller was going to do this, but it kind of shows the impression that they gave me. They actually reimbursed, they even reimbursed my Uber to get to the airport to start with. And of course, the hotel shuttle here in Oklahoma City picks you up when you get to the airport. I mean, super fast. They come right out to the airport. As soon as you pick up your luggage, they're there. So that was a pretty seamless process. Getting there, I did a brief day 1 recap, but I'll go through it again. Day 1 is usually just, at any orientation, it's going to be mostly a day of drug testing. Not a big deal. At Freymiller, we're required to do the both the urine analysis, and then they actually take a sort of like a cotton swab. They tell you to stick it under your tongue for a minute. They take a saliva sample. Not sure what that really does for the process, but painless, no problem. The one thing I guess some people have questions about, because if you're like me and you worked at Schneider at one point, that there are trucking companies that give you a strength test. Like literally they test your physical capacities. So we have a physical capacities test here at Freymiller, but it's really only to make sure that you can climb in and out of the trailer, make sure that you have the physical strength to put load locks, from one trailer wall to the next, that you know how to ratchet them up, and take them down as well. That's it. It's a pretty simple physical strength test that they do at the clinic when you're drug testing. So I'm at the Hyatt here in Oklahoma City. They give us a great hotel, and the breakfast here is outstanding. Everybody knows kind of the Freymiller orientation process here at this hotel. They're always shuttling people back and forth. We've had 2 shuttle trips just to take us to Walmart. And anytime you want to go to 7-Eleven and get extra snacks, drinks, a lot of people go there to make a cigarette run, whatever. That shuttle's always picking you up, taking you back to the hotel. And they're so good about it. They treat everybody well at the hotel. And I think in large part, they just, they know that Freymiller is sending them a lot of business. And kind of getting into days 2 and 3 here in a second, I think everybody kind of feels like the commitment here is to try to make sure that from the outset, the company tells you that we're all going to know as drivers that we don't get a perfect experience, but they kind of know what we're going through. They understand that OTR life is hard. The company was founded by a truck driver. Most people in the office have a CDL. In fact, a lot of people in the office, we talked to the safety director, the guy who works under the safety director, they've both driven before. So it's pretty interesting. You do get the perspectives of people who have been in our shoes. And it's a driver-oriented type of company. So day 2, we really had a lot of sort of the various lectures from ranging from the CEO of the company came and spoke with us in the morning really briefly. He kind of gives a talk mostly about making sure the expectation gets across, that they know they're not going to be perfect at everything. And I promise I'll wrap it up because the video is starting to get long, but you know, day 2 kind of had that same vein throughout. You know, the 2 heads of operations, operations manager, operations VP, come and talk to us about sort of what we do as far as our service expectation, you know, that we're going to get to our customers on time, and we're shooting for on time every time. And they kind of outline some of the communication and how things go. And there's no surprises here. I mean, they kind of tell you how things work with, you know, the planners work underneath them, and the DMs work underneath the planners and such. You know, I mean, a lot of companies just kind of want you to think that those people are just behind the glass somewhere doing their thing, but you know, they're very transparent to try to answer whatever questions you've got. And then beyond that, you know, we had a benefits recap with the benefits lady, and then or I should say the benefits administrator, I should say, kind of going over the cost of the health insurance if you want to opt in, and also the pros and cons if you don't, as well as with the 401k, vacation pay, etc. And then at the end of day 2, they kind of transition from benefits and payroll to a little bit more detail about how things are going to work with getting a truck assigned. And then day 3, we spent a lot of it out on the yard. You know, we went out to the terminal. If you come here, days 1 and 2 are going to be at the Heartland truck dealership, which the Freymiller family owns. And day 3 is going to be at the terminal. So that's kind of what today was like. It was sort of like doing a school field trip. You know, everybody's in a big group. We had a pretty big orientation class, so we all got out there, you know, out in the sun, like really kind of getting out on the pavement, so to speak. And of course, finishing up the road tests, just making sure everybody kind of gets through that. So what's Andrew Hurricane up to? Well, still in the hotel, as you can see. I haven't gotten my truck assigned. I haven't taken my road test because class size was just a little too big, so not complaining. I love the hotel. I love being here, you know, at least for the time being before the walls start to close in and whatnot. But just to give you an idea, you know, the experience has been really positive. And kind of like I said, the feedback you get is just, it's very driver oriented. So always free to answer questions. Go ahead and leave a comment. Say what you agree or disagree with. I don't really care, but I will still answer and try to reply as fast as I can if you get to me. But thanks for getting this far, if you did, and I really appreciate you guys that wanted to watch or have any interest in Freymiller. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned for the next one. Signing off, so we'll see you later.